and the message for us as a collective here on Earth, and the timeline split that, is happening right now. So, we went through a mass awakening in 2012. That was a massive, when you talk to many souls on Earth, they will tell you that, yeah, they woke up in 2012. They went through a big wake-up call and they got onto the path that was meant for them towards their soul's, mission and why they were actually here. And that was when I actually, started doing my light work and I started heading in the direction that I was meant to. So 2008 was like an awakening for me. And then this journey of meditation, connection, reconnecting with the soul. And then 2012, it just shifted into a whole new trajectory. We went through another shift in 2015, but it was a much smaller one, where we up-leveled into the next level of our sharing our soul gifts. 2015, 2016, you might have experienced a shift then, and then you stepped again into another area of your life or a soul exploration that you were being guided to explore. So that was the next step. 2020 was a massive shift, as many know, and we got to see fear and love. There was a massive split between fear and love, and those who were leading with their hearts and their souls, and those who were caught up in the fear cycles and had to play out, more karma in their life. So that was another massive split. We have another massive split this year, 2024. It's been building, and you know it's been building. You're feeling, we're all feeling it. It's been building, it's been building, it's been building. And every time I go into meditation, I experience and see an explosion of energy coming in. And last November, I ran a retreat in Egypt. We were guided to go there, and I had to take like a group there. And there was a tsunami of energy came into the Great Pyramid where we had to receive it and anchor it. And also we were doing light work throughout that retreat. As soon as I finished that retreat, I received another message that I needed to be in Egypt for this December 12/12. Again, the messages are coming in and we're taking a retreat, and we booked it, like early January this year, actually, to take a group to Egypt as a retreat to receive the tsunami of energies that are coming in for 12/12. So we will be in the Great Pyramid for that. So we are in position to receive the energetics and ground and anchor the energy into the grids of the earth. December is a massive shift for us as souls. So what we're being called now is this split. You are being called to choose your timelines, like choose which direction you are facing in. Are you going to continue to play out in your comfort zone and, avoid the changes that are taking place on Earth and also in your lives? Or are you now willing to step into your soul suit and the next level that is calling to you? Because it is now time to live from the soul and from your heart and from your truth, because we are here to build this new earth, living in 5D reality, experiencing 5D connections, loving connections, and building a new earth model. We are the ground crew here, the light beings here that are here to do the work. And the bridge generation, I call us the bridge generation, but the revolutionists, pioneers, the alchemists, the magicians, the medicine women and men, and the wisdom keepers. We're here to bring new information to Earth and to anchor this new model, this new hologram of a 5D enlightened world, ascended world, where many technologies will be available, where we work with high frequency energy, where we understand we are energy beings, and the way to keep expanding the field is through energy work and frequency, and sound and alchemy, and clearing the density, clearing the bloodlines, and clearing the ancestral programs, and clearing the mind, the mind control and the mind manipulation and the addictions and the obsessions that we have in the 3D world, moving beyond that to reconnect with our soul and the truth and come into deeper alignment with source. So, we are going through that process right now. And there's a quickening of energies as we can feel them. And if you are feeling the energy shifting, you might be feeling like you're getting headaches or your body's changing or you're getting aches and pains. or you're feeling exhausted and you need a lot more rest, or you need a lot more hydration, is to listen to the body right now, because we are shifting and we're moving into a higher bandwidth of energy. So this is where you are now adjusting. Your body is adjusting, your cells are adjusting, your muscles, your bones are adjusting into this higher frequency. The way I see it coming up to at the end of December, you've got to be very clear. You've got to sit with your higher self and you've got to have these conversations about what you want in your life. And if you don't know, it's important to sit with yourselves and ask yourselves, am I happy in my life? What's missing in my life? What do I want more of? Where am I still in lack? Where am I still feeding into the lack mentality and feeling that, I'm a victim of my life? Looking at those areas and see what you need to change there to step into the frequency of thriving. So you have two frequencies now, lack and limitation, and the 5D reality is abundance, and where we thrive as a community, as an individual, as the earth starts to thrive, because we all come together and we work together to spread our knowledge, our wisdom, our light, and just to share our love and light with humanity. So that's happening at the moment. So this split again is going to be massive, and it's like a mass awakening of humanity where they get to choose the trajectory that they want to go into. Do you want to stay in your comfort zone and play out another cycle of 3D life when you know that you're actually ready to step into your soul suit? So it requires you to make some changes in your life. It requires you to listen to your heart, to love yourself enough to follow what your dreams are telling you, what your soul wants to experience, and where your soul wants to take you. So they may mean, some difficult conversations with souls who may not be willing to shift right now, and that's their role in your life, to show you, maybe healthy boundaries, and that you need to listen to your heart, and not to play too small anymore and suffocate and stagnate and resist and restrict the growth of your soul. We're here to grow and we're here to expand. And we're here to flourish as a soul. So if you're in an environment that's keeping you limited and trapped and not allowing you to express yourself and not supportive of you growing as a soul, then you have to ask yourself that question, that how can I expand as a soul and continue to grow and thrive in an environment that doesn't support me, who I am as a person, what I want to experience? How can I, continue to grow and expand? So these are questions you have to ask yourself. We are not here to stagnate. When the soul stagnates, it's painful, because you start to hurt yourself, because it's like stopping the cosmos in its tracks. It's like stopping the dam and the water from moving and flowing. Water is meant to move and flow, and we know what happens to water when it stagnates. It becomes diseased, starts to smell, things start to grow on it, and it's not healthy, because water is meant to keep moving, and that's how it stays healthy. So if we are stagnating, we are hurting ourselves. So it's to remember that no, you're not here to stagnate. You've got to get your energy flowing, and you've got to move towards the direction that your soul wants to take you now. And this is absolutely key. You got moving towards love, not fear, not limitation, not poverty consciousness, not lack, but moving towards love, connection, unity, community, sharing of your soul self, your expression of your soul gifts, and meeting souls that can meet you at that same level. So, it's really important to see the energies you surround yourself in. We become like the people that we surround ourselves with. So just check in with who you are surrounded by, because that becomes our reality. Are you surrounded by people who inspire you, who encourage you to become the best version of yourself? Or are you surrounded by people who pull you down, who are caught up in negativity and judgment and small-mindedness, and they're not even interested in growth? Because if you're in that environment, then you're going to get stuck, and your growth is going to be slow. So again, asking these deeper questions of self and bringing more self-awareness to your journey. So the mass awakening is happening and the split is taking place. So the Spirit is asking you to follow your soul's path. This is now about the soul's path. So it's about getting beyond the ego mind and the control, and learning to surrender and drop into the heart, the yin way, the feminine way, and trusting your soul gifts, trusting where you're being guided, trusting what you want to experience, and then taking the step towards that. So your masculine and your feminine working in harmony together, the masculine and the creative energy flowing through you, the ideas flowing through you, and then the masculine taking the steps forward to anchor it in the physical, working together in harmony and coming back into sacred union. I'm doing some work at the moment with the imposter syndrome and also the persecution wound. So, we are here. The light is increasing on the planet every day. And what you'll start to see through this time and in the coming months and years is the darkness coming to light. So as more of us step into our enlightened states and anchor more light into our being and embody more light and higher frequencies into our being, what that starts to do is lift the heaviness and the darkness up to the surface to be seen. So we will see many things, and we're already seeing many things playing out in the media, in politics, in the wars. All kinds of things are coming to the surface right now for us to look at, and they will be shocking for humanity to understand how deep this goes, how deep the darkness goes. But as each one of us brings light, awareness, and embodies more of a higher truth, we bring that darkness to the light, and then it can start to be seen and it can start to be dissolved. So this is absolutely key. So we will see a lot of chaos through these years coming. There will be a lot of darkness that we will see in the world, but it's our frequency that will create our reality. And this is absolutely key. It's what bandwidth you are vibrating in, is that bandwidth that you're going to get to experience. So it's absolutely key that we continue to raise our vibrational frequency through this time. Do the healing work, do what you need to do on the healing front, but also balance it with joy. Like, when you go underwater and into the darkness, you also have to come up for air. You can't stay under the water forever. You have to come up for air, and then you get to see the sky and you get to see what's around, and then you go back down to do some more exploring. It's the same with the soul. We go down, we go into the waters, and we do some soul searching, some healing, some clearings of traumas, do our shadow work. But then we must come up for air, because many souls can spend many years in darkness where they are doing their healing work and working on themselves. And they forget to actually come up for air and to be in joy, to experience the human experience, which is why we are here, to have connections, to have conversations, to have fun, to do what you love, maybe to go and see the planet, to see the trees and just experience the joy of being a human being, tasting your favorite foods and just exploring yourself on a human level, but having fun, laughing and playing more. So you got to get that balance right of light and dark in our own work. So if we've been, a hermit for quite a while, then you've got to get out there and meet people and have some fun and connect with people. And then you go back into your shell and you do some more introspection work. Otherwise, it can become incredibly lonely and you can feel incredibly isolated. So this is why there is so much on YouTube now. You have so much choice now. You have many creating videos and content. You have many communities and groups that meet regularly where you can go in and talk to someone from the comfort of your own home, and you can come together as a high frequency community. And I call these high frequency hubs, and these are essential. These are like light ships that are taking us into the higher vibrations. And, in 2020, I was called by spirit. It's like, okay, I even heard in January 2019, Neelam, get your green screen ready. Because I used to see people in person at that time. Get your green screen ready, get your mic ready, get online. And that was 2019, and COVID hit in 2020. So I tend to hear the messages a year in advance. So I got my green screen in January 2019. I got my Zoom all sorted out. I got my mic, everything ready. I was ready in position to go. And then spirits kind of prepared me during that year. And then 2020, when COVID hit, I was completely online. And it was like, okay, get in the light ship, start to do the transmissions weekly, and all those who are ready to go now, take them into the higher vibration. So we literally became like a light ship. Week on week on week, we did transmissions, transmissions, transmissions. And what they did, they raised the vibration of the souls that were meeting. So even though the chaos was happening with COVID, we were going higher. We were raising our vibration frequency, we were rising, and we were having very different experiences. So we were moving into the vibrations of love, unity consciousness, connection with the guides, doing our internal work and alchemizing our fears, but we kept flowing and we kept moving and we kept moving. And now, the groups are experiencing something very different. So we're going deeper with our spiritual work and deeper with the healing. But we're also accessing such high frequencies now. So the body and the container has to be prepared. You can't just channel these high frequency energies into the soul and into the body, because the body can short circuit. So you have to build the container, you build the container, and you give the soul what they can handle through their higher selves. They'll receive what they can handle. We channel, we funnel in such high frequencies, but your soul will receive what your higher self thinks and feels that you can handle. So it's like filling up a bucket. You keep filling up a bucket with light, and it gets stronger and stronger, and it holds more and more water. And as you hold more and more water, you keep floating into the higher vibrations. So 2024 was the year of stepping into our higher selves, stepping towards our enlightenment, stepping towards our soul path and our soul mission and our calling and our dharma. And now it's going to intensify. So you might be feeling some very deep soul lessons come to the surface, where you're seeing your patterns, you're understanding how things have played out, you're seeing things from your relationships and how the dynamics played out. You're looking at the betrayals and the heartbreaks and the disappointments, and where you were too controlling or too much in your masculine energy, or where you were, unworthiness is coming up at the moment because Jupiter's gone into retrograde. So we're looking at where we don't feel enough, where we feel unworthy of love or experiencing the best in love and life and success, and expressing our soul selves, where we hold ourselves back, where we self-doubt, where we self-sabotage. All of that is coming up this October to look at. So we're kind of stepping back, looking at ourselves, looking at how we approach certain situations, how we interact with other people, how we step forward towards our gifts, and then we run away. What comes up for us that becomes a resistance to our manifestations. We're looking at all of that right now, and we need to look at that, because to evolve and step into our higher selves, we have to break down these cycles of the ego and the ego mind playing out. So we are doing that deep diving at the moment. And as more light comes in after the eclipses, we're being shaken. I call it the divine shake up, to get you into alignment with the direction you're meant to go. So maybe you were, following a direction in the past and you thought you were on the right trajectory for yourself, but now something else is showing itself to you and you're being redirected. So it's to trust the redirection, to look into it, to feel into it and see if it feels aligned for your soul, and to ask your heart these questions of yourself. So, the collective wake up 2024, 2025, we've got some massive energies, quantum frequencies coming in. So they will anchor this December. Many souls, light workers, starseeds will be in position to receive the tsunamis of energy coming in. We will be in Egypt to receive the tsunami of energy coming in the King's Chamber. And then we will anchor that into the ground. And when I went in 2022, I've been every year actually, November 2022, I saw the energy go down into the grids of the earth. It went out to all the pyramids on the planet. What it did, a spiral effect. It opened and unlocked the key codes in all of the pyramids around the planet, thousands of pyramids around the planet. And then the light just came out from those pyramids, and there was just light covering the whole planet. So it started to shift everything. It was like waves of higher consciousness coming online. We were coming online in a higher way. And then all the chaos and the darkness started to, the speed up. It was a speed up of the energies, and everything started to come to the surface to be seen, and to be alchemized. So we're going to see a lot of chaos. We're going to see a lot of natural disasters. There's also going to be like a mass exodus of souls who've chosen to leave at this time, to wake up their families, to awaken them to the bigger purpose of their soul, to get them on track to what they're meant to be doing. That is also happening. The wars as well on the planet, helping many to wake up and see, is this how we want to live our life? Is this what we came to experience on Earth, or can we come together and create more peace and more harmony and more balance on the Earth? And the guides are coming in. We'll just let them come in and anchor. And Archangel Michael is here, and he says you can connect with him. And yeah, Ra is here as well. One consciousness. Isis is around. Many of the Metatron is around as well. Melchizedek, Merlin. There's just so many beings. Mother Mary is around. There's so many beings that are here to support us. The Arcturians, the Palladians, the Andromedans are very present on the planet. The Sirius blue rays, we're working with them at the moment, such gorgeous energy. So yeah, and Venusians as well are very present. The Lyrians. I mean, there's just so many beings here to support us through this time, because we're doing this in co-creation with them. So the more we allow ourselves to expand into our soul suits, the more they can come in and meet us and help us. From now till December, it's about alignment, it's about frequency. It's about connecting with love. It's about connecting with your heart. It's about asking your soul what it desires, what it wants to experience. It's about stepping into your soul suit. It's about expressing. The more we all step into our soul suit and express our authentic truth and who we are on the inside, and not being afraid of judgment or how people perceive us, but as we step into our truth, we bring in more light. Each one of us brings in more light, which means we're all helping the collective and all the other light workers on the planet anchor this light onto the grids of Gaia. We all have our roles. It's not to compare ourselves to each other. We are all unique beings. We all have our own unique gifts. It's to anchor your own unique gifts without looking at over your shoulder at anyone else. It's not about anyone else. It's about what you're here to bring through. It may be speaking, it may be as a teacher, it may be your meditations, it may just be your voice activation, or it may be you holding space, being a good listener, sharing knowledge, wisdom, and facts about what you know or what you're receiving, what information is coming through, channel information you're receiving that you are being called to share from your guides. So we all have our roles to play, and we will all have our roles to play, and our roles are changing as well. So we are stepping into the next part of our journey and the next level of consciousness that we are being called to anchor here on the planet. So, some souls are here to learn about detachment. Some souls are here to learn about forgiveness. Some souls are here to learn self-love. Some souls are here to share their channeling skills. So we all have different roles to play. And it's to listen to the roles that you are here to play and what you've always felt that you are here to do. So that is really, really important. As we move towards the full moon, I'm feeling this full moon feels really potent. October actually feels very potent because there's just so much introspection going on. There's so much, we're just analyzing things, and we're trying to find this balance between the mind and the heart. Sometimes when the mind is so overactive, we can suffocate the love. We can suffocate the love. And I'm going to talk about that in the Divine Union update, because I have felt that between the masculine and feminine energy, that the overthinking ego mind can suffocate the love, and we can forget about the love that actually exists underneath all of the chaos and the overthinking. Down here, there is pure love. It's like the ocean and the waves. We can get caught up in the waves and think that is our life. But we forget that under the waves is this stillness and this pure abundance of just infinite expansion and love, you know, and that's what we want to get to. So you're trying to find the balance of the mind. The ego mind is trying to take you into fear, into the old programs, into the abandonment wounds. Abandonment is coming up a lot. We are doing some work in our group sessions on that. Also childhood neglect and rejection. And these old fears coming up as you move towards love. You know, those are coming up. They're trying to protect you. No, you don't want to get hurt again. You know, if you step into love, you know, what if you get rejected and not accepted? So the doubt is coming in, the protection is coming in, the guarding of the heart is coming in. And this is what you're now being asked to observe. How do you behave when love is coming in? Because love is coming in. How do you behave? How do you react? Do you react out and blame and judge? Or do you shut down and close down and protect yourself and go into self-protection? Or do you breathe into everything that you're feeling with presence, with balance, with stillness in the now moment to see what your mind is bringing up for you, what the other person is triggering within you? Can you look at it and can you find your equilibrium again and understand what they're showing you, that a pattern in you that you need to break through this time? And once you bring light to it, the moment you bring light to it, it dissolves. And that's the beauty. That's the beauty of the trigger. You know, if we can allow ourselves to be triggered, but then step back and see, okay, why am I being triggered? What is this wave showing me? And can I see the higher truth of this experience? And once you see the higher truth of this experience, it dissolves and it's gone. And then you continue with your day, your week, your life. You continue and you move on. So this is the higher truths that are coming in. This is what we're being asked to look at. Can we be the Buddha sitting in, you know, in presence and just observing the waves and learn from them, gain the wisdom, and then let them go without controlling, without holding on, without trying to manipulate, without trying to, you know, steer it in the way we want it to look? Can we simply be the silent witness of what is being shown to us? Take the lesson, understand the wisdom from it, and then let it go. Just let it pass like a wave. And remembering that you're the ocean, you're that stillness, you're the peace, you're the Buddha. You're not the rain, you're not the weather changes, you're not the chaos around you. You are the stillness, the peace, the ocean. And from there, you can gather so much wisdom, but stay in presence and in a higher state of being in your ascended self. So that's really, you know, the message that I wanted to give, but this split is now happening and it's time to choose. So the clock is ticking, the soul is coming through. Will you deny yourself your truth? Will you continue to push yourself down, or will you allow yourself to expand and grow? And as you allow yourself to expand and grow, you help your families to see a new perspective. You help them to also, you inspire them to grow. You help your children if you have children, you help humanity, you help your communities, you help the future generations to come because you're stepping into a higher version of yourself, which means you're bringing more light, which then helps everyone around you. So this is absolutely key. So it's time to step out of our comfort zones, to give ourselves permission, and to take the next step on our journey. Okay. So I felt that message was important. I will be sharing a lot on the newsletters and also on Instagram, so you can follow me there. If you want to follow our newsletter, the link is below in the description box. And I'm going to bring a Divine Union update as well. And one other update that is coming through, a channeled message from one of the guides and a meditation. So look out for those, but I send you my love for now and I will speak to you soon. So take care, everyone. Let me know in the comment box what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, how you're feeling this, you know, swirling, twirling energy moving through you, what is bringing into your awareness. You know, share it in the comments so that we can, you know, share this with everyone around us, okay? And bring light to everyone who sees this message. Okay. Thank you so much. Sending you all so much love, and I will speak to you soon.